One Tank Trip, presented by Childers, Air, Plumbing, Electric.
The legend of Mothman has been circling West Virginia since the 60s, and the legend continues to grow in Fayetteville with a unique attraction. What looks like a normal ranch-style home from the outside has a lot going on the inside. This home is actually a brand new Airbnb and one of 3 themed Airbnbs Fayette County locals own.
So this is Mothman themed, and so it's got a very unique vibe. It's dark maximalist, so there's stuff everywhere, and it's all based on the theme.
But there's more than just the themed Airbnb.
But it's also a whole house escape room. So there's lots of puzzles that are spread throughout the entire house that you have to work through, and then there's a secret room at the end once you get through all of those puzzles.
Mothmanor has many antiques and visuals to look at when not working to complete the escape room or exploring the area. From the bedrooms, the living room, to the bathrooms, everything is decked out with the theming.
So if you look at the wall behind me, there's not a lot of dead space back there. Normally you wouldn't decorate with this much stuff, and it's not our normal style, but every house we've done has its own little theme. And so this is, it's meant to be full, but also kind of dark. It's got a little bit of a creepy theme, so I call it like a PG horror movie.
The first Mothman sighting was in Point Pleasant in the 60s, and from there a book and a movie came out to tell the legend. Though Mothmanor has its own story to tell.
In our story, Mothman's actually Mothwoman and was a CPA back in her home dimension, and she liked to save kids, and the whole story behind the whole house escape room that is this place helps you peel apart that story one piece at a time to understand what she did and why.
Mothmanor includes a living room, a full kitchen, 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and a Mothman cave.
Downstairs we have a man cave, basically Mothman cave, and so there's a PlayStation down there, and air hockey, and a Terminator 2 game, and a bunch of other fun stuff to do down there. So it's meant to be just a cool place there's lots of stuff to look at visually, and then there's a lot of stuff to do too.
Adams and his wife have other themed Airbnbs in Oak Hill, including the Game House and the Wizard House. Adams says they were quite successful, so they wanted to continue adding to it.
Then we were actually planning to do what we've just been calling the creepy house thus far, but we didn't feel like this was the place for it, so we started hunting for a theme and came upon Mothman and the cryptids. So since they already have a little bit of a creepiness to them, and we just have had fun kind of working through it.
The prices vary for the stay depending on the time of year. For more information on Mothmanor and how to book, you can visit WAY.com for the link. And luckily for us, it only takes 1 tank of gas to get here. At Mothmanor for Newswatch, I'm Serena Davanzo.
One Tank Trip, presented by Childers, Air, Plumbing, Electric.